Comenzamos ahora la rueda.
We'll start a press conference with the coach. One question per intervention, and please identify yourself and the company that you represent.
Per intervention, and you have to identify yourself with the media and the company that you represent.
Hola, mister.
Hello, coach. Over here. To your left. Okay. Oh, you changed. You used to be there, Victor Calero for Real Madrid Television, live, as you always say before this kind of qualifying rounds. We are before a match. They can last for 180 minutes or more. What's the plan for tomorrow, bearing that in mind? That's the way it is. The plan for tomorrow is to have a full match, to try and get our best at the physical level, at the motivational level, at the technical level, bearing in mind that we know that the decisive match is going to be the second leg. We want to take a bit of an advantage tomorrow and see if we can manage that. Hello, here to your left, have you arrived from Cadena SER? I would like to ask about that. What's the advantage, or what we thought will be good for you for the second leg? That it would be in Letica, where the qualifying round would be, and Modric and Rodrigo would be there. An advantage would be a positive result for us. A small advantage would mean also to feel properly in the match, not to suffer a lot. It's not just about the result. If we are okay during the match, if you can create problems for the opponent team, if you're able to avoid problems, this could also be a bit of an advantage, and we'll try to do that tomorrow. We know it's a very demanding match, very demanding for everyone, because when you get to a semi-final on a competition like this one, it's normal and it's going to be demanding. Hello, Carlo, to your right. Fernando Burgos on that zero. A couple of days ago, on Friday, you've mentioned that Luka Modric trained okay on Thursday and Friday. Then he just played 15 minutes, and a few days have gone by. Do you believe he can be part of the starting 11 tomorrow? He can play, no problem. When Luka Modric is okay, he'll play. So tomorrow he will be playing. Hello, coach. Good afternoon. Miguel Angel Diaz from Cadena Cope. It's a match and a qualifying round which is very special, but obviously many fans want to see Haaland against Real Madrid. He never played against Real Madrid in Champions. How can you stop Haaland? Is there a way to stop him? Obviously, Haaland is quite a dangerous player. He's been showing an amazing quality, especially when scoring is dangerous, obviously. But to talk just about Haaland means not to talk about a full team who plays football quite well, who are good on defense, who are good on the attack, they have ideas. So we're not just thinking about stopping Haaland, but stopping a team that seems to be unstoppable. But I believe we could have options to do a equal match that we can win. To your right, Juanma Sanchez from Radio Nacional. Last year, Manchester City was also favourite, and you were able to stop the team and to dominate it. So how does Real Madrid arrive to this semi-final, better or worse? Because League, of course, is worse, but Champions, the team seems to be stronger. I believe it's the same level. It's difficult now to assess the physical condition and to compare it with the previous year. What's important now, it's motivation, excitement we have, but also the fact of winning Copa del Rey is going to be extra motivation for tomorrow's match. As I've mentioned, we're quite excited. Hello, coach from El Chiringuito. For you, has Guardiola changed the way they play since Haaland arrived? What I can say is that it's a more complete team compared with the previous year. They had a forward that was quite dangerous, Gabriel Jesus, but has different features than Haaland. So they have not changed their style. Maybe they're more direct or more of the long ball. They take more advantage of that because they have a forward which is quite high and De Bruyne is behind him. And in many matches they took advantage of that situation. That's another opportunity, but that does not mean that the team has changed their style. They are still the same as last year, a team that is very well organized on the back and handling the ball quite well. Hello, coach. Andres Rubio from Spanish television. Last year, before playing against City, not a lot of people trust Madrid, but now they're more optimistic. The fans are more optimistic. What's the difference between last year Real Madrid and this one? I believe last year the fans have a different idea because last year the club was getting there after 3 years of not winning, and now we have we won last year, and that's the only thing that is changes. The fans from Real Madrid are always excited with this competition that can be won. From OK Diario. After winning the cup, the final, you said that Camavinga could play in the midfield, which was one of the questions. You said that Modric is going to play in the midfield. Do you know who's going to play in the midfield against City? Yeah, I know. Modric and others. Camavinga on the side, without the ball. With the ball, his position changes. Sometimes he's on the inside, sometimes he's close to in between the lines, so he's not someone who's going to push from the outside, because from the outside we already have one, as I've mentioned quite often, who's quite dangerous, which is Vinicius. So with the ball he sometimes gets in on the inside, and his position changes a bit. On the side is only when we don't have the ball that he obviously is on that position. Hello, Carlo, Filippo Rizzi from Gazzetta dello Sport. I would like to ask about the other match. It's a derby. How do you see it, your opinion as a coach, nor as a fan, because of your past? I was lucky enough to play a semi-final at Champions and Derby 2003. It went well. There's a lot of pressure in that match. A lot of it, or at least there was a lot. At a technical, tactical level, I believe it's going to be quite an equal match as this semi-final. Fernando Sanchez from us. After winning the cup, you've mentioned that you were quite tired, and Fede Valverde also mentioned that. And there were also some complaints about the calendar. I would like to know if the team was able to recover properly in these 72 hours since you won the title, and if there were some changes in the organization of the calendar. As I've mentioned, it's not going to be the physical aspect. Tomorrow is not going to be the most important thing. We have time to recover. Obviously, my being tired and Valverde's being tired is completely different. There's a lot that is being said about what City is going to bring tomorrow, especially in Haaland, the most important feature regarding as compared with last year. And as compared with last year, what is the new things from Real Madrid? And if you can answer in Italian.
Sono partite così. che ha il coraggio, la forza, la capacità, l'esperienza per essere più bravo, per mettere le tue qualità sopra gli altri, vincerà. E questo è quello che vogliamo fare domani.
Tatiana Montovenite from Brazil. We're seeing a version of Rodrigo and Vinicius which is quite decisive for Madrid. I apologize, we've lost sound, so I cannot hear and I cannot translate. I apologize, we couldn't hear the question. It was something about helping the players, and he's saying I help this player by giving them minutes and having confidence on them, and they're doing quite well. The progression they have is not just two of them. It's a very important progression for this club, for this staff, for the future of this club. The progression from Vinicius in these last couple of years, Valverde, Camavinga, Rodrigo, allows us to be excited for the future, which is also tomorrow. The future is also tomorrow. Last two questions. For goal, a lot has been mentioned about Haaland, comparing him with Benzema and Vinicius, but tomorrow, I apologize, we've lost sound again. Okay, we got it back. So they have to say with the defense and Courtois. I don't know who has to be more afraid to whom, Haaland to Courtois or Courtois to Haaland. Well, I don't know. We are not thinking about a match to stop one player. We're thinking about a match to stop a team that's very dangerous, especially with a goal. Of course, the defensive aspect is quite relevant. And we're not focusing just on one player, because that would mean to forget about other players which are quite important and dangerous as well.
Hola, muy buenas.
Hello, Carlo. Anton Simone for L'Equipe and DTL. You've mentioned that this qualifying round will be decided on the second leg. You've also mentioned that it was quite important, the defensive aspect of Real Madrid against the offensive power from Manchester City. Are you thinking for tomorrow to reinforce a bit the midfield, to play with Valverde, who falls right? Is it more important to defend tomorrow or to attack, so to speak? If you defend properly, worst case scenario, it's equal. It's a tied up, and it does not mean we're not going to attack, because we have the quality to attack. Let's not forget that last year, in two matches against City, we got 5 scored to us, but we scored 6. I would sign for that right now. Same result. Thank you.